In a bold new development, former judge and television host Jeanine Pirro has announced the creation of a powerful new initiative called the Scam Center Strike Force. This move comes at a time when scam call centers and online fraud operations are becoming more aggressive and sophisticated than ever before. Every day, thousands of Americans receive phone calls from fake IRS agents, tech support imposters, and supposed lottery officials, all trying to trick people into sending money or sharing personal information. Billions of dollars have already been lost to these criminal organizations, many of which operate from overseas. Jeanine Pirro's new task force aims to strike back hard against these criminals and protect ordinary citizens from becoming their next victims. Pirro began her announcement with a passionate message about the growing threat of scams in America. She stated that enough is enough. Too many seniors, veterans, and hardworking families are being targeted by these deceitful operations. The Scam Center Strike Force, according to her statement, will be a coordinated effort between law enforcement agencies, cybersecurity experts, and federal investigators. The mission is simple but powerful: track, expose, and dismantle scam networks that prey on the innocent. Pirro emphasized that this initiative is not just about catching criminals, but also about restoring public confidence in digital communication and protecting people's financial security. To understand why this is such a big deal, it's important to look at the scale of the problem. Scam calls have exploded in recent years, with Americans receiving an estimated 50 billion robocalls annually. These calls often use spoofed numbers, fake government identities, and emotional manipulation to trick victims. Many scammers pretend to be from the IRS, Social Security Administration, or even major companies like Microsoft or Amazon. They pressure victims into paying unpaid taxes or fixing security problems that don't even exist. What's worse is that these criminals are experts at making their operations look real. They use fake websites, cloned voices, and advanced caller ID technology. Pirro's strike force wants to cut through that web of deception. Jeanine Pirro explained that one of the biggest challenges is that many scam centers operate outside the United States. They often run from countries where American law enforcement has limited reach. But the new strike force plans to collaborate internationally, working with cybercrime divisions and diplomatic channels to identify and shut down these criminal hubs. The focus will also include financial tracing, following the money trail through online payment systems and cryptocurrency channels that scammers often use to hide their profits. By combining high-tech investigation tools and strong legal partnerships, Pirro believes they can finally start turning the tide against these global fraud rings. Another major part of the Scam Center Strike Force will be public education. Pirro stressed that prevention is just as important as punishment. The strike force will launch awareness campaigns teaching people how to recognize and avoid scams. They'll use television, social media, and local community programs to warn citizens about new scam tactics and how to protect their information. When people are informed, they are powerful, Pirro said during her announcement. The best defense against a scam is knowledge. She hopes to empower people to hang up on suspicious calls, report fraud immediately, and never share personal data with unverified sources. Experts have praised the initiative, saying it's long overdue. Cybersecurity analyst Mark Johnson commented that scam call centers have become a billion-dollar industry that exploits technology gaps and human trust. He noted that efforts like Pirro's strike force could play a crucial role in reducing these crimes by creating stronger coordination between private companies and federal authorities. Some critics, however, remain skeptical, pointing out that similar task forces have been launched in the past but failed due to lack of funding or coordination. Pirro has promised that this time will be different, highlighting that this project has both public and private backing and a clear strategy for sustained action. As the Scam Center Strike Force begins its work, there's cautious optimism across the country. For too long, Americans have been at the mercy of scammers who destroy lives, drain savings, and steal identities. Now, with this high-profile initiative led by Jeanine Pirro, there's renewed hope that these criminal empires will finally face justice. The strike force represents a strong message to scammers everywhere that the era of easy fraud is coming to an end. In closing, Jeanine Pirro urged every citizen to stay alert and to report suspicious activities, reminding viewers that stopping scams starts with awareness and unity. Her words resonated with many. Together, we can take back control from the criminals hiding behind screens and phone lines. Together, we can protect what's ours. The launch of the Scam Center Strike Force is not just a headline, it is a national call to action. Whether it succeeds will depend on cooperation, vigilance, and the will to fight back against deception. But one thing is certain. Jeanine Pirro has put scammers on notice, and America is ready to strike back. Like and subscribe my channel.